You're listening to the Hockey Podcast Network. New shows every day. Find us at thehockeypodcastnetwork.com or wherever you get your podcasts from.
Hey everybody, looks like we have a big trade to talk about. We got to run through this one quick because Matt is still trying to get work done today, but I thought I'd give you guys a quick rundown of what I've been looking at. Of course, the Nick Leddy trade. Nick Leddy gone. We could actually bring this up. Let's just get this conversation rolling. Nick Leddy and Luke Witkowski moving over to St. Louis. The Red Wings receive a 2023 second-round draft pick, Oskar Sundqvist, and Jake Walman. Now, how excited should you get about those names? We'll talk about it. We'll get there in a sec. I think ultimately I want to start this conversation with the discussion in regards to what exactly we thought we'd get from Nick Leddy. And I thought we'd get, at best, a conditional draft pick in return for Nick here. And at that, I thought it would be conditional for the second. So this is something to, I would say I'm more excited about because we have arguably at least not a replacement for Nick Leddy, but we've got another body to throw onto the ice with a left side defenseman and get a guy who's going to be ultimately a bottom six forward, but all of that wrapped together, you're getting guaranteed second round draft pick. So again, I thought the performance from Nick Leddy this year was kind of going to hold us back from getting too much. But I'd say so far, high level face value on this. Let's put it on Fleece. Let's say Yzerman fleeced another team because, again, he gets the second round pick that we traded to pick up Leddy. So we get that sucker right back like we predicted, and we have a couple of guys here that we'll look at this isn't the difference maker, right? But we're still getting some positive here. Sundqvist will be one of the few guys on this team that actually has a contract going into next season. What you're going to see from the positives here, pretty good penalty kill numbers. We know that's been an issue for the Wingdings, so this is something, at least from that perspective of trying to shore that up. We have a guy who's got experience with making it work and doing it the right way. Are you going to get a ton of offense from this guy? No. Is the defense spectacular? Well, he's put in positions where he's going to be on the ice most of the time, starting in the defensive zone. So that could be working against him. We talk about that with our own forwards. So that's something I'm going to withhold judgment based on this statistic here, but very workable cap number as well. So you're getting a guy with some good experience. You can see here from Jay Fresh's numbers, the WAR percentiles have dipped the last couple of seasons. We're looking at the wins above replacement percentile rank for a guy who's a fourth liner, but he was close to 80% just 2 seasons ago. So this is a guy who can do it. It just depends on how things are kind of turning around for the team around him. Now, to take this into the next piece of the conversation here, we've got Jake Walman. Jake, 67% WAR percentage, according to Jay Fresh's numbers here. Bringing a little bit of offense with his game, 50-50 on the defense. I'll put it at that. Finishing not great. Now you could see here too, like when we expand this conversation outside of expected and we talk about actual production, his goals per 60 in the top half of the league. Pretty good at playing a responsible game with his penalties at 63%. But ultimately, we're talking about a depth defenseman here that when he's on the ice, he's bringing a better game to the ice. He's bringing more to the ice than he's actually giving up. And again, this is a left side defenseman, something that for the Wingdings, we're just trying to place guys in there. You come back to the Hugh Levy conversation, and can this work out if we give him some time to learn the system? A very low risk. Again, here, I think the win was bringing or getting a second round pick for Leddy and having it be that high a value of a pick. So for me, this is just an opportunity for us to maybe shore this up. And with Luke Witkowski moving too, I'm not going to be too shocked if Walman, who's a restricted free agent coming up, and this very small cap hit here of 0.75 with this contract expiring, you don't have to invest much in this situation, but you do see a guy who's shown flashes of some pretty good play, and I think this is a pretty good representation too. And if you take a look too from Evolving Hockey, we can take a look at a couple of the tables that are generated here. Walman coming in, great bar chart here. We're looking at the Rapim chart from Evolving Hockey. On the top half of the league in regards to expected goals for per 60, Corsi for per 60, expected goals against per 60, and Corsi against per 60. Now, Sundqvist, again, could be who we're showing here represented with all of his numbers are actually in the opposite zone here in regards to expected goals for per 60, Corsi for expected goals against per 60, and Corsi against per 60. They're all in the negative. They're in the bottom half of the league. But again, he could also be hurt by the fact that most of his ice time is going to be in the defensive zone, or at least that's where his zone starts are starting primarily. So that could be working against him. I don't want to look too much into this, but I think there's at least some positives to take from Walman. You got another body in Oskar Sundqvist. From what I hear from ESPN, fan favorite in St. Louis, so they're losing a fan favorite, but for the Wingdings, maybe we'll find out what's going on there that made him a fan favorite. So fingers crossed, big win here, getting that second round pick, getting a warm body on the left side of the defense doesn't hurt. And Oskar, again, I'm not poo-pooing this at all, not anything to say that he's the difference maker in bringing us the Stanley Cup, but definitely someone I want to see how it works out in the bottom six and see what he can bring to the team. So thumbs up all around. I'm going to call it a fleece. Why not? Because then we can give away shirts. You guys don't want to miss our next live episode where we'll dive a little bit deeper into this, what this means going forward. And for every fleece for the Detroit Red Wings, we are going to be giving away one of our Yzerplan fleeces. So you want to tune in for that. And as I check to make sure there hasn't been another trade to come through, should mention that 50% of Leddy's salary was retained, which isn't going to hurt us. But yeah, I would say everything looking pretty good right now. And I haven't missed a thing for the Wingdings, but we'll be right back on if we get one of these huge trades moving through. But thanks for tuning in, everybody. We'll see you in a little bit if something happens. Otherwise, we'll see you Wednesday. We'll be giving away some fleeces. So thanks for tuning in, everybody. Have a good one. Enjoy the rest of the trade deadline.